All right. So today is Saturday. Chilling right now, chilling at the house. Been going over some settlements, seeing what you guys are grossing, seeing some of the settlements you guys are putting out on the internet. And what I done gathered so far is majority of the truck drivers out here that's leasing a truck, or if they doing company 1099 up there at the Russians, they pretty much gross at minimum about $7,000 on average, with some people reaching all the way up to 10,000. And as long as they do the miles, the money's gonna come in, because the freight rate is pretty much across the board paying between $2 a mile up to about $2.25 a mile, which is a good thing. What I'm seeing, the only difference between the person grossing 10,000 and the person grossing 7 is one person just got a little bit more miles than the other. One person took a little bit longer load, or maybe perhaps they got an extra load for that week. Maybe a person with 7,000 gross got held up at the shipper, or perhaps dispatcher forgot about them, or maybe they went down to Florida or something, couldn't get a load out. But for the most part, these Russians are making a game totally different than a couple of years ago, because at this point in time, just looking at the Russian operation and knowing how the Russians got started, y'all know the Russians, if you brand new to trucking, you probably think the Russians got started with all brand new trucks, Penske trucks and all that, but in reality, it wasn't too long ago, maybe I want to say around 2020, when people was going up to the Russians, they had all them Volvos, them Volvos pushing 600, 700,000 miles with the deleted trucks. They all had the cash trucks. They had a big fleet of cash trucks, all them Russians up there. And majority of that stuff didn't go away until about 2021. So, of course, they used the cash equipment to build up their funds and their credit and their bank account and all that good stuff. I don't know if the Russian ELDs was around back in 2020, but I know they're around right now, and it's so many different ELD providers that are pretty much monitoring the laws for the drivers. At this point, it's almost mandatory that you guys do at least 4,000 miles. Not really mandatory, but that's pretty much what they're expecting. And like I said, these trucks are grossing $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000. And I'm talking about just with a drive-in. Just with a drive-in. Ain't no need to make it more complicated than a drive-in. No need to go for the flatbed. No need to go for the reef and have all these claims. I'm talking about just drive-in, close the door, swing door operation. That's what I'm talking about. But, of course, the money is not necessarily coming back to the driver due to all the deductions. And y'all know what the deductions are. I don't need to go through the deductions. But what I'm saying is, as somebody with their own cash truck and the ability to rent a trailer, whether it be you find one of these drive-ins that's going for like $350, is it $350 a week, $350 a month, $350 a month, all the way up to about $800 a month. If you just find you a drive-in trailer, or you can just buy a drive-in trailer if you want to go that route. You get your drive-in trailer and find one of these Russian ELDs, there ain't really nothing stopping you, especially if you can pass a level 1 inspection. There ain't nothing stopping you from grossing the same thing they grossing, 7 to 10. You'll pay your factoring company 3%. You get paid out to every load anyway because you got your own authority. The only person you got to cut any money to is the people you rented your trailer from. When you got your own authority, you ain't got nobody paying for your fuel. You paying for the fuel. So right off the top, you getting the best fuel discounts anyway, because you're gonna go with a mud flap or a TCS or whatever fuel car you go with is gonna give you the biggest discounts. You're gonna be getting the discounts from day one. So what I'm seeing is the drive-in is the lowest cost of operation, because if you go to the oil field, obviously you got to get a pneumatic trailer and a blower and PTO, and on top of that, the number one problem is you're not in control of your own operation. See, with DAT load board, it don't matter where you at, you can book loads all day, every day. Maybe not on Sundays, you know, it may be kind of difficult. But for the most part, there's always gonna be loads out there. The oil field, that's up and down, and you ain't got no control over that. That's just however Mr. Charlie, if he got work today, he got work. If he don't, he don't. You may be sitting. A lot of times, you may find yourself doing a lot of sitting in the oil field. But driving, it's just straightforward. You wake up, but the load, if the broker don't want to work with you, you go to the next broker. There's so many loads that you can choose from. You just need one person out of that big list of freaking, let's say if y'all looked at the DAT load board up in Chicago, Illinois, Monday hit and there's 5,000 loads on the board for driving. Okay, well, out of 5,000 loads, if all of them paying over $2 a mile, you just need one person. Yeah, you can haul this load and you gone. You gone. So obviously, y'all know this coming up week, I'm gonna start renting it again. You know, first week gonna be kind of light, cause number one, I gotta wait for the ELD book, not the ELD book, the ELD device. I gotta wait for that to come in. What else am I waiting on? I'm waiting on one more thing. Oh, my glasses. I'm waiting on my glasses. My glasses is gonna be here Tuesday. I may just wait on it. According to UPS, UPS said they're gonna be here Tuesday. Other than that, man, my thing is, especially when you're getting paid after every load, if you go a whole week, say you go 1 week, Monday through Sunday, cash operation, rented trailer, 3% factoring, you grow $7,000 to $10,000, you put like $15,000 to $2,000 in fuel, and you pay your factoring company 3%, and you keep, you know, $5,000 plus. All you need, by the second week, you had $10,000 net. You got a 12.7 or 14 liter N14 Cummins or some type of old school truck. I mean, by the second week, you almost got an overhaul. You almost earned the overhaul for your engine. By the third week, you pretty much down. The fourth week, you get 30 days, you down. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to go out there and play the game like I'm Kobe. I'm trying to play the game just like the Russians. Now, do I like driving the Freightliner Classic with a 53-foot trailer OTR? Well, I don't have a problem driving the OTR. My problem with the Classic is backing it into dot doors with that horrible turning radius. That's my thing. But you know, really, there's a difference when you get paid after every load versus if I was leased on to a company, you gotta wait, you know, a week or 2 weeks to get paid. You know, see, when I'm bagging it, that little Classic up into a dot door, I understand that the minute the trailer hitting that dot door, it's time for me to get paid. Yeah, it's time for me to get paid. Ain't no claims unload. Hey, I'm submitting the paperwork right there in the factory. So I got an incentive to bag that 53-foot trailer nice and slow with, you know, hanging out the door. I got an incentive to get up in the dot door versus if I was, you know, waiting 2 weeks for pay and have a whole bunch of deductions. I ain't got no incentive. So I don't know, man. I know I need to go to the Classic, peel off these decals, these DOT decals, and I want to really bust out that passenger speaker and see if I can get the speaker hooked up over there, man. I really need some music going. Concentrate. A lot of concentration going on. Y'all already know my truck can pass a level 1 inspection, so I ain't worried about no scale house. I'm gonna pay the $15 a scale to load. I ain't worried about none of that. No need to cut corners, because what's $15 for a scale ticket? At least I think that's how much they are. I'm gonna use the weigh my truck out. That way I ain't even gotta go inside. I just do just like the Russians do. Use the weigh my truck out, connect it to my debit card, or connect it to my mud flap card, even better. Connect it to mud flap, get on the scale, you know, that's it. Obviously, the first week, I don't know if I'm gonna rent a trailer or not. I may do a load out trailer. I'm not sure, because we're supposed to be going to Columbia in July. So I know I don't want to rent a trailer for 30 days simply because we may or may not go to Columbia in the beginning of July. And when I rent a trailer, I wasn't obviously rented for 30 days. So I just figured maybe I just wait until after the trip is supposed to be before I get 30 and 60 and 90-day trailers, if that makes sense. But what I'm trying to do is go out and do some experimentation. I just need to go out there and experiment right quick. Let me see if I can grow 7,000, 8,000, and see how much, you know, profit I can take. Now right off the top, see, I don't mind telling y'all about the gross and the net with dry-in. I'll share that with y'all all day. The oil field I probably keep secret. But and the oil field ain't gonna be no more high gross than dry-in. It's just the oil field is local work. You ain't gotta do as many miles. It's dry-in, obviously, it's all over the place. But you guys can look at your own check and see what you're grossing, and y'all can see if well, wait a minute. If I hear my own authority, which you already paying for anyway, if you're a lease driver, I mean, my authority is $1,000 a month. You already paying Vladimir Putin $250 a week. That's $1,000 a month. So right off the top, you already paying for your own authority. So you don't even need to question what if. You already paying for it. It just ain't your name. It's just somebody else's name on it. That's all. That's all. Yeah, you already paying for it. You paying the truck note. It could be your truck, but you paying somebody else's truck. So you already got the experience. It's just the only thing that you not doing versus somebody with their authority, depending on what company you work with, you just ain't booking the freight yourself off DAT. Obviously, you may have a dispatcher, which, truth be told, you can get a dispatcher too, just like you can get an ELD person. You can get all this shoe shine. But I'm gonna go out here, man. I'm gonna do some experimentation for you. I'm gonna do that for you, and we'll see how it go. We'll see how it go. I think I got like seven or 8 months under my authority. Now my authority renew in November, so I guess 7, 8 months. And how much I owe Progressive right now? After the 21st, I'ma only owe them like $2,000 for the year, because right now I think I'm at $3,100. But the 21st, my payment is due, which is already covered. So after that get paid, I should be down to $2,000 for the year. And then renewals in November, which I don't know how renewals is gonna be. Right now it's looking kind of empty with renewals, because obviously I'm still fighting these freight cases. Matter of fact, they hit me up yesterday about it. So, you know, I'm surprised I'm still going through that crap. They still got me under investigation. Well, not me, they got another driver under investigation, but I guess they trying to figure out what do I know about it. And it's like, bro, I ain't got nothing to do with it. You need to go ask the other driver, because I have no idea. I don't know what to tell these folks. I don't know what to tell them, you know. I ain't got nothing to tell you. But I guess they try to collect the $100,000 off my cargo insurance, and I don't think the cargo insurance is going, because like I said, you ain't booked no freight through me. You ain't booked no freight through me. You ain't booked no freight through me. Nah, boo-boo. But that ain't what I'm worried about right now. What I'm worried about is this easy money. I gotta make the truck comfortable, man. I need to have music. Need to go clean the truck out. Refrigerator already working, microwave. I'm put the air fryer in down. And yeah, man, we'll see. I'm trying to think what else they need. I gotta go to Walmart, get some oil and coolant. 5-gallon jug of oil. I think I already got coolant in the truck. I know I ain't got no oil. I need to check the oil when I get to the truck, but and I'm not gonna stretch out there. I don't want y'all to think I'm finna just leave out of here and start here in the Phoenix, Arizona or something. Now I probably stay within the 500-mile radius. Oh, now y'all think I'm gonna have 500. I got it. Andrew, I got it. We'll see where I go. I thought about just going from here to Texas. Just go to Texas, take 40 to Texas, and just go back and forth that way. But we'll see. You know, it really just depends what's on DAT load board. You know, I'd rather go flatland than go up towards PA and Virginia and all them toll routes. I ain't trying to pay nobody tolls. I ain't got no toll machine. What do you call that? Is the Easy Pass or something like that? A toll pass? whatever them passes are, I ain't got none of that shoe shine. So and I don't like the bill by plate. I don't like that. I don't like the bill by plate, because it costs more. When they bill you by plate, it costs more than if you would have had one of them easy passes or whatever that machine is to collect your toes. That's cheaper. It's for the storm today, but this is just theory, man. Just me talking. You know, since I clearly had asked you guys, you know, I was asking in a couple of videos ago, I said, is any of y'all got a cash truck, got the authority, perhaps renting a trailer, renting one of these Russian ELDs, and how much are you grossing and taking home? But it's almost like nobody owned the truck no more, nobody got no authority. You know, I see the people on YouTube, but they all on the reefer side, and they don't talk no numbers. You know, I mean, I kind of can see what they grossing depending on what they hauling, but I don't know, man. The biggest problem that I think I'm gonna create in trucking is, if it goes right, there's gonna be this big rush to go out here and get a truck and get an authority and lose all this money. That's a lot of people. They just don't understand. They just don't understand. I've been at this since 2018, the little cash truck game. It's a whole lot of stuff I done experienced with these mechanics and parts and what to do this and how to do that and what tow truck company to call, and I done been through it enough to be able to survive. A lot of these people can't survive. Just look on YouTube. Look how many people financing a truck, got a cash truck, man. First breakdown, they out of there. First truck need an overhaul, they out of there, man. It's only what 1% of us that can survive overhaul. That 1%. You can count them on what, me, the girl, and Red Top. Just 3 of us. That's all I know. 3. That's all I know. I don't know nobody else. Not off the top of my head, I don't know nobody else. So it's just about 1% of the trucking industry can survive all that. Now I already told y'all, if a truck break down over here, I would just tow it to the nearest parking spot and go start taking the flight up to Vladimir Putin and go jump in one of them 1099 company trucks. That way you ain't gotta come out your pocket nothing. Nah, that's what we used to do. As times move forward, it's easier ways to do things. The reason why I say that, because I saw a Red Top do it. Once I saw a Red Top do it, I said, yep, my truck break down, that's what I'm doing. No need, you ain't got to withdraw 15, 20,000 to pay no mechanic. Now you just go jump in the company truck and just earn 10 to 15,000, especially if you ain't got all this debt and bills due. Car note $800, you ain't got none of that due. You don't need to sell, you ain't got to put no title loans or liens or whatever you call it, or the second mortgage, or sell some stock. You ain't got to do none of that. Just go jump in one of them Russian trucks, hire the tow truck, pay $500, $600 to tow you like 20 miles to the nearest parking spot, you know, something like that, you know, and that's it. That's it. Go hang out with the Russians, kick your feet up. Yeah, everybody gonna be laughing at you. They'll laugh at you about a month or two while you're over there. But the minute you get back in your truck, rebuild the engine, they'll delete their whole damn channel. I'm still waiting on that one fella to come back. I know I'm getting closer and closer to being able to run, but hell, I was waiting for a good competition. But these fools, man, as soon as the money start acting funny, they disappear. Right? They disappear. You don't even see them no more. I don't know when they coming back. Did the money get funny, or did their health get funny? Which one is it? Maybe their health got funny on them. Maybe their health got funny on them. Finally figured out what I'm gonna do with this hair, y'all. I got a style I want to get. It's gonna be dreads. I think they call what kind of dreads are those called? Comb over dreads or something like that. Cool over, comb over, starter lots. It's gonna run $250. Yeah, I already got the style. I just gotta figure out which one of these shops I want to pay to get it done. So there you have it, man. What are we gonna do tonight? I may do another watching TV live stream. You know, for all y'all that want to come kick it on the StreamYard or something. I don't know if I'm gonna watch some international videos or some investing videos. I don't know. Or trucking YouTube videos, maybe watch a couple of overhauls or some of these other trucking channels, see what's going on out there. I don't know. If I decide to do it, we'll see. Then again, I'll probably be at the club or something tonight. Some of these women want me to come hang out with them. Sheep out there, I don't know. Kind of iffy on some of these folks. Some of these folks kind of iffy, man. Always looking for the setup. That's what they doing. Always looking for the setup. Trying not to get back in the club thing, you know. But once you've been home and enjoying life and there ain't no big rush to get out here and do a damn thing, you know, y'all know how it is. When you back in civilization, shoot, man, I may just enjoy all the summer and then come August when school return, then start all this hustling and all that stuff. But right now, man, shoot, man, I'm trying to see, you know, is Nashville Shores open? You know, what's going on out there? You know, because I understand my life is not going to change whether I go work at Mr. Charlie's, work for the Russians, or drive my own truck. My lifestyle ain't that going to change, you know. The only thing all three of them got in common is I got the ability to stack cash. That's it. Nothing's gonna change. So, still working out. Went to the gym as always. Got my cardio in. Still on the diet. That's still going good. Yeah, other than that, man, just thinking about the money, man. Problem is, if y'all know any drive-in drivers on YouTube that's got their own authority and that's just running DAT freight, you know, with these Russian logbooks, y'all let me know, man. Put their YouTube channel down in the comment section so I can check them out, see what's going on before I be the guinea pig. Now, I don't mind being the guinea pig because I ain't got nothing to lose, so I ain't gonna lose nothing. You know, if the engine fall out the freaking chassis, I got 2 trucks on the side, so you know. I got 2 trucks on the side. I still need to go by the flat top, but I don't know, man. This weather, they say it's gonna rain, then it don't rain, but then I look over here to the left and there's nothing but dark clouds, and to the right it's blue clouds. They got this military parade about to happen. I guess I'll go watch that. Yep. Y'all see me and Paco get pulled over by the police? A lot of y'all see them old videos. I ain't never put that video out on YouTube. You ain't never seen that video. You seen the Justin Lewis parts, but you ain't seen that video of me and Paco. I got a lot of videos with Paco I ain't put out. I got a lot of videos with Paco I ain't put out. Me and Paco was always up to no good. So them videos just never came out. Well, some of them that came out, but I had to edit them. That's why that video right there is edited. But anyways, man, you know, I ain't up to no good no more, and I don't live in Memphis, so you know, those was the days. Those was that was during COVID-19 when my $15,000 flat top blew up, and little old Andrew had to find other streams of income. So who else to go and, you know, invite over to my team than the great Paco himself? Yeah, I had to go get Paco the Great, mayor of Lamar. Yeah. Had to let Paco know, Paco, the engine blew up, so we need to, what we need to do, get this money. Yeah, Paco said, let me hop in. Yeah, nah, boo-boo.